Simply put, education around how to use money. Simple. When you go to the grocery store, or better yet, when you get a car, right? You have to learn how to drive, you have to have a driver's license, you have to know where your mirrors are, you have to understand how to position them, you have to use your blinkers. All of those things enable you not to have a catastrophe with the car, right? Financial literacy is the equivalent of getting your driver's permit, going through the process of understanding what that permit's responsibility is, and then being responsible with that permit, license, driver's license, is absolutely equivalent to financial literacy because it can enable you to do so many things as long as you understand how it works. When you know where your tools are in life and you know when and where to use them, it makes the difference in your life. Financial literacy is exactly the same thing. When you know how money works, you understand what you personally want that money to do, you have the opportunity to position yourself for success. And I think everyone's positioning is different, it varies based on what's important to you. I was inspired to focus on financial literacy because of my ignorance. I was blatantly ignorant. I did not know how to balance a checkbook because it wasn't taught. I had to learn by failing forward till I figured it out. And I believe in my heart of hearts, when we are in school, it's a third grade, that's when we should be introduced to financial literacy and how money works, why it's important, and what's most important, how and when to leverage it. Mm. It's my mission. My mission is to eradicate poverty, not just monetarily, but in here, how you think and feel around money. When you think and feel healthy around money and understand money and have the opportunity to know what money does and how to use it, it positions you in a totally different way. One book that I'm studying is my apologies, the psychology of money. It's a powerful book because he gives really good examples of someone that regular working person made good decisions, lived a simple life, and with his death benefit, took care of his entire family for years and years to come. And he also gives example of a person that had wealth and had access and ended up going to jail because they didn't understand how powerful money is and how to use it. So again, it's all about how you think about money, how you want to use money, and how you make money work for you. Yes, I'm going to be vulnerable here. Um, my son had mental illness, and I knew I couldn't cover him at that time. Today I could, but at that time I could not. And what I did was took out a policy, and the specific use of that policy was to make sure I had money that I could take out of the policy in the event that anything happened to him. And when it happened, I simply made a call to the insurance company, drew out the money necessary to take care of everything that needed to be taken care of, and went on with life. Like, not like nothing happened, but financially it wasn't a weight. And it gave me the opportunity to move through the emotions of burying my only son. And I could have taken off work, but I just needed to be busy, and doing things and staying in the world, so I didn't get into a space of depression or any of those things that happen when you're in mourning. I kept myself around people, but the insurance was the reason I was able to do that, because I planned, as I knew that I couldn't get him covered, but I could get in a policy that was specifically for if anything happened to him. So I would have access to money to help him, whether he's living or made his transition. So when he made his transition and he passed on, I was able to make arrangements, go to Oregon, clear out his effects, bring him back home inside of 2 days. From the time that they had to do all of the autopsy and all of the things that they do. But because of the insurance policy that I had in place, had time to build, and I made sure to put a little bit extra money in it because I knew what it was for. It made the entire process almost seamless. And I'm grateful for that, because it took everything for me to do that, but I didn't have to have a GoFundMe. I didn't have to ask friends or family for money. I didn't have to lean on them any more than I would lean on them for support. I didn't have to lean on them for monetary support. And it just made for a better situation for me and my experience. The role that insurance plays in achieving financial security is huge. It's life changing. Number one, it's based on your health, which is your wealth. Number two, it's based on your lifestyle, how you live, and what you want that insurance to do. Number three, it's totally indicative or based on your decision on how you want to use it and how you want to live your life. And life insurance can be for a myriad of things. It could be for your lifetime vacation, your bucket list. It could be for uh, things that you want to happen for your family, or vacations you want your family to go on, experiences that you want your family to have. It could be buying your house or buying your kids' homes. It could be anything. But the most important thing it needs to be is thought about, strategized, implemented, and executed, so that even if you miss, you're still in the ballpark of opportunity to do what you want to do in the time that you want to do it. So if things change, a life has lives, and life things happen, you still have the monetary opportunity to pivot. Middle America would do well to understand what their personal needs are with regards to medical insurance, life insurance, and work insurance, and how those three things work. Medical insurance is, of course, important when you have children or you just want to make sure that you have health coverage for yourself. Oftentimes these days, you go to your job has benefits. However, if you do it yourself and you do your due diligence, you could work with a broker and get all the things that your job gives you or takes out of your check. And you could create the same thing for yourself so that you have the proper coverage no matter what job you're at. It doesn't hold you hostage. It gives you freedom to choose where you want to work, and it's not based on the benefits. It's based on, is it the job something you want? Is it a situation or location you want to be in? Is it in the right place where you want to raise your children or a family? It just gives you lots of options when you create your own and pay for your own opportunity when it comes to medical care, or medical and health care, life insurance with the living benefits, and opportunities for cash value within a life insurance policy. So the strategies are numerous, depending upon what it is you really want to do and how diligent you want to become and be for yourself, how much freedom you want. The most important thing, anyone, no matter what they're shopping for, the most important thing to have is a good communication with the person you're speaking with and the relationship that they relate to you and understand what it is you actually really want. Not what they want you to have, but what you want. That that's the golden nugget. Because when we come into these situations as adults and it's not our lane, it makes us a little bit nervous, even scared. But when you have a professional that hears you, listens to you, takes the time to understand your goals, your targets, your fear of what it is you want to do and how to get there, how to get the results that you want, that's the person you go with. You go with the person that hears you, understands you, and is of service to you. Then the fear and all of those things go away. One financial lesson I wish I had learned: how powerful my health being my wealth or equaling my wealth was. The younger you are, the more wealthy you are because insurance is based on your health. Your Most people are their best weight, their best height, their best dietary uh, lifestyles when they're young. And because they're young, they have an opportunity to recover and still have a promising life. So if you get insurance, say at age 15 days, and something happens in 15 years, they have coverage, right? And the earlier you get it, the better because your health is your wealth. That insurance policy is based on how healthy you are.